Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the International Youth Summit 2022. Requesting you all to join us until the 10th October as we are discussing through these 17 goals live on our Facebook page and the YouTube channel at sharp 6:30 India time. So it has been a great journey so far, and today we are successfully completing a week together. So we have not just gone through, but we have just lived through these 9 topics up until today. And today we are focusing on the 10th goal, which is reduced inequalities. So before going to the speeches, let's see what sustainable development goals are. Sustainable development goals were implemented by the United Nations in 2015 with 17 major areas to end poverty in the world. So the Sustainable Development Goals are a call for action by all the countries, poor, rich, and middle income, to promote prosperity while protecting the planet. They recognize that ending poverty must go hand in hand with strategies that build economic growth and address a range of social needs, including education, health, social protection, and job opportunities, while tackling climate change and environmental protection. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development provides a global blueprint for dignity, peace, and prosperity for people and the planet now and in the future. The Sustainable Development Goals adopted by the UN member states are 17 thematic areas, also known as global goals to transform the world. The goals are as follows: no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, strong institutions, partnerships to achieve the goals. The impact of these goals on global sustainable development will largely depend on the world's ability to transition to new governance for sustainability that recognizes the roles and responsibilities of the local and subnational governments. So let's see meticulously how our speakers will speak on this 10th goal, which is reduced inequalities today. So we have 2 young talents tonight. And before giving the mic to them, I would like to give a round of applause to our hosting party, Creative Writing Modern Age. I'm also a member of the Creative Writing Modern Age, so it is my duty to remind about my members, my family. So this is a great initiative of Professor Rechana Chakraborty to make communication a blender to develop speaking and writing skills. CWMA believes that a perfect individual is a skilled writer, speaker, and a listener. CWMA has trained successfully thousands of kids in a very short period of time, which is just 3 years. We have conducted a lot of events like Cosmopoetica, Storytelling Live, word battles, as well as international forums or the sessions with the participation of eminent authors, poets, and storytellers. We do launch an annual book where we can be a co-author in it as well. So do join our community if you too love language and literature. So before we move on to our speakers, I would like to remind you all a few things which is important. Please note that the views and perspectives of each speaker is important, so listen to them and get something to your lives as well. You can always raise your hand, and when you need to share your thoughts, so we can give you a chance after the deliberations are done. PowerPoint presentations are not necessary, but if you have them, we really do accept, but your words are more precious than presentations for sure. So speak your heart out like within 10 minutes time where everyone can enjoy it. So let's begin the speeches. So our first speaker tonight is from Sri Lanka, Sudeepa Situmeni. Sudeepa, the mic is yours.
Yes, thank you very much. Hello everyone, have a fantastic time. Now I'm going to explain simply about this inequality and how to reduce it. What is this inequality? We can identify it as the things that be normal. It can be more or less. Not only economic inequality, gender inequality, there are many stages which are not equal to each other. Among those, gender and economic inequality is major roles. Let's discuss about economic inequality. Simply, let's see an example which is suitable for our little mind. The two people working in the same factory. One is your normal salary, but the other one get more because of a private relationship with the boss. Then think how the inequality is developing among our society. So, how about the gender inequality? All human beings have same rights and responsibilities to maintain. Could you remember the very past time? Only men can watch the physical matches. Only men can have free time. That means only men can deal with others living in society. But if one violates, she or he deserves the death penalty. Look how unfair society was. But they were suppressed under each constitution. But how unfortunately, we are not able to say now all the things are normal and equal. Also, a little while ago, there was a racial divide, caste discrimination, and also a religion discrimination. Like I said before, we cannot say now those discrimination can found. Why? Because people think only I need. They don't mind how about others. Why these humans fight to this? They are afraid that others will take their things. They will leave them, lose them, and leave them away. But remember, we are all live under one roof. The four main pillars of that house are race, religion, economy, and harmony. If these are not equal to each other, the house will broken very soon. Then we will also defeat. In that house, one is with hunger, but the others not. Someone has been very luxury lives, but others haven't. Then how we call this as an equal society? So, how we can reduce this? What are the steps that we can take to reduce this? If there is any number of people in this world, they all should have equal rights. But I'm not saying that all the things should be equal. If we take an institution, the head should pay the same salary to all laborers who are in each of different positions without considering the race, religion, or color. In this unequal society, we can see the social disparity due to many reasons. The oppression, suppression, and the struggle for survival of the lower class in capitalistic societies where humans are divided according to their class, wealth, skin color, and political ideologies. Actually, we see that some people are privileged and some are not privileged. The main targets of this goal are, it means the SDG 10, reduce income inequalities, promote universal social, economical and political inclusion, ensure equal opportunities and anti-discrimination, adapt fiscal and social policies that promote inequality, improve regulation of global financial markets and institutions, infant representation for developing countries and in financial institutions, responsible and well-managed migration policies. This Sustainable Development Goal aims at reducing inequalities within common countries. This SDG calls for reducing inequalities in income as well as those based on age, sex, disability, race, ethnicity, origin, religion, or economic or other status. This strives to equal opportunity and reduce inequalities of outcome, including by eliminating discriminatory laws, policies, and society. The United Nations explains the international community has made significant strides towards lifting people out of poverty. The most vulnerable nations, the least developed countries, and the small development status continue to make inroads into poverty reduction. However, inequalities still persist and large disparities remain in access to health and education services and other aspects. The UN has defined 10 targets and 11 indicators for SDG 10. It means reduced inequality. Targets specify the goals and indicators represent the metrics by which the world aims to track whether these targets are achieved. Below we quote the original text of all targets and show the data on the agreed indicators. So we wish in the future we will be able to see an equal society without inequality. Thank you very much.
Yes, Sudeepa. I really like the way you brought it out, the problem, and then how we can solve it. It is very true, the fact you brought out the economic inequality which is observed in the workplaces. I myself also believe that it is a major thing that is creating inequality in the countries, the occupations. Like this is pretty much observed in Asian and African countries. But I don't know why people have created this, categorize the humans into different levels based on their jobs they do for living. Like they have categorized the doctors or the engineers, maybe the celebrity category in a top level in the hierarchy, while they have like lowered the others from the agriculture field, the farmers maybe, the garbage collectors, and even the sanitary sector jobs like cleaners, they have put them into a lower level. That is where the inequality has been created. It is very true that the health sector jobs, which are like doctors, maybe nurses, they are doing a great job. They are saving people's life, true. But will we survive without the farmers? I don't think. And even without the education sector jobs like teachers, professors, lecturers, will there be any doctors? I don't think so. So every job is as important as the other, I'm saying. So like if you are living in an urban area, in a city, in a town, you all know how you all will suffer if the municipal council garbage collecting truck won't come on time. That is a major issue. So they are maintaining the cleanliness of a country. So cleanliness of a country is very important for the economic growth as well, because that's how the people are being healthy. That is how the tourism also builds, because the people come as tourists to visit the beauty of the country is true. But if we don't maintain the beauty of the country, they will not have anything to look around. No tourists, of course. So we shouldn't create any classes among each other based on the income sources, for sure, because that's how these poor and rich categories are coming to the world. That's how people fall into these categories as poor people and rich people. So that's what I wanted to add to Sudeepa's narration. So let's move to our second speaker from India, Saumyadeep Mahato. Saumyadeep, you can bring out your deliberation.
So actually, I had this presentation to share. So
We are not able to hear you, Samudev.
yes, ma'am. So this is International Youth Summit 2022, and I am Sanchini S, all over from India. So now let me introduce you all about the topic. So the topic which I'm going to speak about is SD goal number 10. Topic name is reducing inequality. So now I'm going to ask you how are speech important and helpful to us. Speech provide classical information to us. Speech help us to appropriate punctuation. Speech quick transmission of messages. They are very helpful in the transmission of messages, and they give us immediate feedback. So there are many types of inequality. They are some of them are listed below. Number one, casteism. Casteism is mainly based on the caste. It is mainly held in India, like the high caste, low caste. Then one more is untouchability. The second is untouchability. So untouchability is something which is mostly practiced nowadays. Also, it is practiced even in India. So untouchability is based on Dalits and all. So even like Dalits are not allowed, were not allowed to give their state water to the higher caste. And gender inequality, discrimination. So gender discrimination is based on the discrimination of male and female. So here male and female. The main discrimination is that male get high amount of wages related to as compared to females, because mainly because their discrimination program is held. So this fourth one is the class discrimination. It is based on the class. It is a little bit related to the disability. So class discrimination is based on high class and low class. High class is it just low class. So this is the main discrimination, main of class. Next comes racism. Racism is a very interesting and huge topic to understand. So mainly racism is about the race differences, like color differences of the people. One is color discrimination, like in South Africa it was held as black and white. Black and white is the one, black and white of the one. So black and white. So for the men's, for the blacks, they were not given main or means any special, anything special. It was not given to blacks. Whereas all the special things were always given to the whites. So it is again very discriminative thing. And it is a very huge and debatable topic to learn. So I have explained some of the topic later. So next comes the religious discrimination. Religious discrimination is based on a religion. Discrimination based on religion. So what is religion? Religion means the Hindu, Muslims, Christian, Buddhists. So here main means what we understand about religious discrimination is mainly about Hindu and Muslims. So nowadays, even this time, even these days, we have seen many things, many fights goes on. Like few days ago, there was a fight between Hindu and Muslim. So these fights go on. So these are because of the religious discrimination. Even the separation of the India from Pakistan is mainly because of religious discrimination, because the prime minister, because there were two prime ministers. One was from Hindu prime minister, that is Jawaharlal Nehru, and one more was the Muslim prime minister. He later became the prime minister of the Pakistan. So although there were two prime ministers, so later Jawaharlal Nehru divided the countries into two parts. So one was the Pakistan where all the Muslims went, and another was the India where almost Hindus were there. So I have explained only a few of them in a later part. So how to reduce casteism? This is a very important topic. Casteism is very discriminative topic again. So casteism. So the ways we can reduce caste is by giving them proper knowledge about the caste. So caste is some of them are not given proper education. Is the lower class people they do not get they do not know only that they're discriminated. They are getting extra rights for not being for not getting caste about caste. So this is the main topic. Means first point where it is that you should give proper knowledge about the caste to the people. So next one is we should use the term casteless. It means that to all the people, we say no, you are the lower caste, you should not touch us. You are the high caste, you shouldn't touch us. We should use the term less, casteless. So the use of term caste gives us a different feeling. Yes, the use of term caste makes us lower. But if we use something else instead of caste, we can make it we can say it in different way by not using the word caste. So next one is intercaste marriage. So we should held marriage between intercaste means like Brahmins are marrying different Dalits and all. This nowadays it's not happening. Still, it's a discriminative topic. Intercaste marriage. We should do intercaste marriage so that the knowledge increases. And still, point number one is almost related to point number three. Which when they do intercaste marriage, we give them proper knowledge about caste. The next one is we should promote economic equality. So economic equality, we should promote economic equality. This everyone should be equal economically. So, and the last topic about last ways how we can reduce, I think, is we should remove social cultural activities. Means the cultural activities are there now. That this Devdasi system, then it is already abolished. Some of them are child marriage, untouchability. These should be removed. So government is still trying to do so. Next one is how to reduce untouchability. We can reduce untouchability by, again, same, we should give them proper knowledge. Again, we should give the lower caste, as we have learned, as I have said earlier, the lower caste. You should give lower caste the proper knowledge that you have the rights to do so. So you can go against them in the court. Then the second one is giving employable facilities. So what is employable facilities? Employable facilities is mainly that the employability. We should give employment to the list with the lower parts of the lower caste people. Then, as we have said that we should use the term casteless, so here we should use the term untouchability less. So use the term untouchables less. So next one is giving housing facilities. So some of them, Dalits are not given proper houses to stay. They are almost, some of them stay in the roads and roadside. So we should take steps in this and give it to the house to Dalits. We should encourage intercaste marriages. Now, how to reduce racism? As I said, racism is another important topic. So by racism, we can we can reduce racism by, number one is by helping the child develop cross-group friendship. We should make friendship. We should help the child making friendship from. If he is black, he should make friendship with white. If he is white, he should make friendship with black. Second one is which he exposes kids to more positive images of other racial groups. So like black, white kids are mainly said by their parents that we should not play with the black people. So actually, it's wrong. We should give the positive impact to the kids about the other part of the racial group. Next one is we should cultivate cross-group friendship again. This is again related to first point. So nothing to say. We should make cross friendship again, and we should work combat. We should work together. Black and white should work together, and we should take steps against racism. And this is the main. This I just wanted to show you all that this is related to caste only. See how politicians are nowadays. Nowadays, in one part they are saying that they admire Gandhiji, they admire Ambedkar. And in another part, they say that they give hate speeches to the people. They beat Dalits. They torture Dalits. They torture Muslims. The politicians. They even give extra money to the politicians, Dalits and Muslims, so that they can vote them. So this is again untouchability. This is again a inequality, different inequality. So we should reduce it. That's it for now. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Salvadeep. I think both the speakers today have done their part very well. This is literally being eloquent on the subject. They have done their research very well. So this is also a very informative presentation along with his deliberation. So as he was focusing on all these points where discrimination happens in the world, it is very true. I also believe that, because if you are watching international news, of course, you all can see how discrimination happens based on the skin color. of course. And also, as we discussed in our past sessions, like in quality education, we saw how gender inequality has affected the quality education. And if you are living in a multi-ethnic country where all the ethnicities should live together peacefully with harmony, but it is not like that, you all know how it will be. The civil wars, the world wars, every type of war is created because of that. And also at the same time, sometimes this mentally disturbed and the physically disabled people also are being bullied in the society, which is a major discrimination in my point of view, because they are born to the world like that. They can't help about it. So as Saumyadeep mentioned also, religion is another major factor people focus on in discrimination. Because people in the world, like today in the summit also, we have different people from different parts of the world. Some of them are Hindus, some of them are Buddhists and Christians, Catholics, Islamic people, and also many more, like I don't even know to mention. So, but we all get together and discuss on one topic and come to conclusions. So why can't people in the world also live like that? Like, religion is a belief or a following of one person. They have their right to do that. If you dislike that, just keep it for yourself, in my point of view, because that is their right. They can follow whatever they like. But don't be disrespectful for the religion because of that. In fact, all the religious leaders in the world who were there in the world have done their maximum to do good to the world. Their initiatives, their ideologies was to like build a better nation, to do good for the people and to make the people do good to the countries, to the world. So they don't have any bad intentions. So how people take it is their own capacity. Because of that, we can't discriminate the people of the same religion. Or else, like, the religion itself are not to be blamed because of one person doing a wrong thing. So because of that, if you are like in a good status with all good castes and religions and everything you believe in, and also if you are in a good mental and a physical upbringing, just be like that. But don't hurt other people's emotions or feelings. Don't laugh at them because of their disabilities. Because people deserve to be happy in the community and in the world. So what I request from everyone, from kids, to cultivate these good qualities, these good characteristics in your lives. And as the youth, we can practice that. We can show to the kids. And as the parents or as the elderly community, they also can teach the youngest. And also they can, while they are practicing, because we also look at them and build our lives also. So basically, do good to the world. Don't support discrimination, basically. So that is how we can eventually reach our goal of this summit also, to end poverty and make equality. Look everyone equal. So I've been talking a lot. So I would like to ask Professor Rachna also to add something to this topic, because I know she has a lot to tell on this interesting topic. Ma'am, could you please add something?
Yeah, I think we'll first take the guests who have joined in, then I'll later on end it.
Okay, ma'am. We have Ambassador Noor today. So would you like to add something?
Yes, dear Honorable. Actually, I am on the way to my home, and maybe some sound will be distract. This anyway.
No, sir. You're clear enough for us.
Right. So I have been hearing the message of Sanchini, and yes, you have currently point out that how the village are being part of this inequality and some of the parts of the country, they believe their own religion, even they are not respect the other religion as well. So we have to think, uh, be equal and be respect for each and every religion for continue our own life. Not only religion is a part of our one of the part of the inequality, but there is a lot of things like in the if the developed countries they have been developing so many their contributory project, but when there is a consider of climate action, they are just disposing all their negative things to the low income countries. Whenever if we consider some other thing, that this country is very much powerful in arms. So that this country actually focus that where the war is going on, they will actually sell their arms. Some of the country like they don't have get the basic needs like African nation, but in this perspective, they actually deserve the basic need. Where the uh, United States of America, as I actually got the survey that 60% of their meal they have wastage. Even the wastage rate is higher than any other country. So think, one side of the world, they actually wastage their 60 to 70% of the food daily, or one part of another world, they are not getting the proper food, at least basic food for their daily meal. So how can we ensure that? So yes, of course, we can't force them, but we can give some awareness, give some message towards them that don't waste food. Even if you can retain some of your amount to purchase more of your food, you can donate those to the other country. So like this kind of way, some of the NGOs and international NGOs, they actually collect the donation and they also implemented the project in the 4 countries and some other countries that what is required. But this is not much. So we have to do more than that we are doing now. This is another way, and if we consider the skill migration, you can see that in my country, Bangladesh, we can see there's a skillful student they actually migrate to the another country like UK, USA, even Canada, and some other countries. So skill migration also happening, and some of the countries they actually grab all the skillful trainers, skillful employee, and some other way. So that's the reason that some of the students, some of the people, whoever who have skillful mindset or skillful skills, they are actually not contributing their own land because of the lack of opportunities. But on the other hand, we can see the developed country, they found the ultimate benefit by giving some sort of remuneration, some other things. So there's a lot of factors that is actually happening to create the inequality. And we also it's also connected with the gender discrimination as well. So there's a lot of things. So I'm not going through each and every one, but to be frank, reduce inequality is the very toughest job ever for any kinds of SDGs, I do believe, because poor people are going poor day by day, and the rich people are going richer day by day. So this is very toughest and burning question to all of the people, that is it possible or feasible to be equal in this world? So yes, I'm going to give this question to my sister Rachana. So sister, I want to hear some of your words regarding this question. Is it possible or feasible to actually maintain the equality in around the world? Thank you.
Yes, yes. Direct question coming to me. Yes, brother Noor, that yes, we all know that it is possible. It is all dependent on us. How do we do it? Because we have never planned, never focused. So as a result, we are facing all these problems. These inequalities are coming because we have inequalities amongst our mind. We have not been able to culminate or throw out or remove these inequalities to some extent, whether it is color discrimination, whether it is caste discrimination, or any other discrimination. It is all built by us. We are living in an holocaust of atmosphere wherein we have tried to interbound ourselves and we are not able to come out of it. And as a result, if we can change ourselves, then it is possible very much to change everyone. So I feel it is not that difficult if we try it on our own to change. So it is completely on us. So it is possible. Of course, the youth of today should remember that we are planning for a global change. And this global change is possible once we change ourselves. Every time, if we deliberate it and push it on others, then this change is never going to be possible. So we need to take the responsibility ourselves and take up the initiative and rise up to that pedestal and say that, yes, I am responsible for what I'm doing. My actions, my words, my deeds will be influencing the society. So, first, change yourself if you want to see the change. So, I feel, Brother Noor, it is always possible to remove the inequalities. Yes, support is needed, but first we need to change ourselves. And then we can spread around these inequalities and remove it from the core. So I hope I've answered your question.
Perfectly, sister, perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Sichini, do you want me to speak something more? Because I was really enthralled by listening to our speech master, Sudeepa and Shamya Dev, who had joined. They had given a very nice deliberation and youth speaking on such topics as reducing the inequalities. It really means a lot. I'm really touched by their feelings, how they have spoken about the inequalities which can be reduced. And I just hope that every single youth of today realizes that the inequalities are so much important to be removed. If we want to see a prosperous future, then we need to remove these inequalities, as very nicely shown by Soumya Dev in his presentation also. And his presentation, oh my god, that was superb. I just was thinking that a young child can make presentations. There were so many animated things also in it, so it was wonderful to see that, as well as the speech, which was amazing and eye catching and mind boggling. And my only request to all the youth, that please do understand what is the real need of an hour. I know many of the youths are not able to join because of the examination, the semesters, and all which is going on. But still, they have been watching the lives, which has been there in the Facebook as well as in the YouTube channels. So do see that and do comment. What are your views? If you have missed out a chance to speak, do write that. What I we want to listen to the youth who will be the future. As we have Ambassador Noor Ahmed also, he is a youth icon and he speaks, whatever he speaks, it is from the youth's point of view. And we feel that when he deliberates certain points, which is very important right now to understand, it becomes the real theory of everyone. So we have to now just focus on these inequalities and which is based on the age, sex, disability, the race, then the ethnicity, and also the inequalities among the countries which are coming in, including the representation of the migration and the developed assistance. So it is very important that we need to reduce it to some extent. The international community has already made the significant changes towards lifting the people out of this poverty. Poverty can be removed only if we can remove these inequalities. We are not looking at that certain class of people who are working day in and day out. So it is the least, we can say that the developed countries are also lacking behind in this inequalities. So it is necessary right now that we stand up, raise our voice, and focus on this problems which is coming from inequalities. Though we have tried to reduce to certain extent with the help of technology, we have tried to minimize the unemployment problems. That has been done, but still there is much more to be done on this factor. Excuse me. So based on that, I feel that our youth today is really important, and they need to understand and take up to this point, and take this initiative to a different level, and speak out and stand up wherever they see the inequalities. They should not wait that it's the work of the elders to do it. Inequalities needs to be removed. That's the core, that's the dark spot of advancement. If the inequalities are removed, then we will always have the development everywhere. So thank you so much. So over to you, Sanchini.
Yes, ma'am, very true. As always, you're giving us a very good feedback with everything that we misses. And also, Ambassador Noor, as always, he's like focusing on a very disparate area, something that really need to be focused, but we are not much aware about. So thank you so much, Ambassador Noor and Professor Rejna, for that amazing work. And before the end of the session, I would like to ask if anyone would like to speak. Yes, Sudeepa.
Yeah. Firstly, I give my heartiest thanks to Professor Rashna Chakraborty, Madam Sachin Surya Bandara, and I wish to Sandeep Mahato from the bottom of my heart, who is the next speaker, to do this very well. This is a very good platform to all of us, so we can improve and promote our skills as spoken. And also, we can develop many qualities from this. And actually, I haven't words to explain the importance of this work. That's it. This is very good program. Finally, I give my thanks regards to everyone who supported with this work. Thank you very much, and program in the future. Thank you very much for everyone.
Thank you, Sudeepa. And I really like when the speakers respect each other as well. Like when they are respecting the hosting party, they should always respect the other speakers as well. Very nice to see that. Anyone else would like to speak a few words? Yes, Soumidhi.
Yeah, so I also wanted to thank my speech master Sudeepa for her wonderful speech. I also liked her speech a lot. She was so accurate with her topic.
Thank you, Soumidhi. So, ma'am, you would end the session with the vote of thanks, or shall I end the session?
Yeah, just a small vote of thanks for all the speech masters and the orators who have joined in from India as well as Sri Lanka and Bangladesh too. So I would like to thank each and everyone in spite of their busy schedule. Some of them are returning from the workplace. Some are busy with their festive season, which is going on, but still took out time. So I would like to thank each one of them from the bottom of my heart, and to my amazing little speakers who have joined from Sri Lanka, India, taking out their time, valuable time from the busy schedule, and made it a point to attend it from the beginning. They were there, some of them like Vinudi was there. I saw Salini was also there. Then Sanita was there. Samadhi Apsara was also there from the beginning. So I want to thank each one of you for joining in at this sharp time, 6:30, which we always have till the 17th goal will be continuing. So thank you so much. Again, a request to all the speakers and the moderators that do join on 17th, because we will be announcing the winners and there will be some more celebrations to come in. So thank you so much, each one of you, for joining in, taking out your little time from your busy schedule, giving it to us. We had intentionally kept 2 to 3 speakers in a day so that we don't make it very longer. And the main intention was to focus on the goals and listen to them and make them realize that these goals can be changed or can be achieved only with their realization of the youth and the participation. The experienced mind can just give them ideas, but the main motive behind to do the action, it is from the youth. So I would like to thank Brother Nu for joining us, and of course my amazing moderator Sanchini, who has been doing an amazing work for this last few days. I know she too is very busy, and thank you so much for making this event that lively, and you can say that bringing all the goals to life. So thank you so much, Sanchini, and of course my speakers and other mentors who sometimes join. Sometimes I know it's not that possible because we have the 17 days to go. It will be a little longer, but I would still request, if possible, to join us, because we don't make it very long. We try to finish it within 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, so that you can attend it comfortably in your own time. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And making creative writing modern age, we wish to see you and your participation more for creative writing modern age. Do join us for our more sessions. We have a series of events coming up which will be very, very magnanimous for all of you. So do join us and be with us always. We require your support to bring out certain things which really needs to be deliberated. So thank you so much. So over to you, Sanchini.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So with your inspiration and motivation, I think we can do anything. With your enthusiasm, seeing your enthusiastic face, we can say no to anything. We can do anything less. Thank you, ma'am, for the motivation. And requesting you all to join tomorrow also at 6:30. Ria will be there with a new set of speakers and with our 11th goal to be discussed. So do join us. Until tomorrow, stay safe. Bye-bye.
It's bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.